So in this video, we are going to discuss about the Terraform backend state. So earlier we have discussed a lot about the state and the law. So basically, why we required backend, I guess you all are aware about it because you all team members like you, me, or some other guy, we all are working on a same Terraform code, right? And definitely, we all are working from our own, laptops, right? And we want to do some modification, do some changes for the piece of code for us. Okay, so we should have a central backend, right? We can't do the changes on our local laptop only and maintain the state on our local laptop because this is not a good practice. So at every organization is following the backend as state as a backend. So there are many options to choose. You can see here the backends, the type is like the two, local and remote. We are not going to discuss the local because we have discussed a lot about the local one. Now you can see here the remote one have many options. We can choose any of the standard backend method, right? So we are going to discuss in this video the S3 backend. If you are a AWS user, you are not going to use any third-party tool, right? So let's stick with the S3 one. Okay, I am going to tell you what all the modification you can do in your code. So if you remember our older code, we have only main.tf file where we are putting what resources we are going to create. So if you want to enable the backend, you just need to put this piece of code into your main.tf file. But remember, you should have the bucket already created, right? You can create it manually or you can create it using the Terraform. I have already created a S3 bucket using the Terraform, and I named the S3 bucket as a techmart backend. I'm going to use the same piece of code which I so here I also created a directory Terraform backend. You can see the older files are here. I have only updated the man.tf file with the backend details. You can see here the backend details I have added. I just copy and paste that particular 4 lines of code where I am defining the Terraform backend is a S3 and the backend bucket name is this one and the key is the file name. Okay, so I'm putting the file name is a tf state file. All right, let's see what is happening if I'm running the Terraform commands. So first I ran the Terraform init since it is a new directory for me. Then Terraform plan. Okay, the same resources it is going to create for me. Now I am applying it. Auto approve. Perfect. So it is created the resources for me. Let me see. Okay, there is a no, you can see here there is a no state file available here, right? So where is the state file? So since we have defined the backend as a S3 to store the state file, so let's verify into the S3. Here the Terraform state file is here, which is earlier on our local laptop. Now let's open this file. In this file, I just downloaded the file as the download as, and I am opening this file here. You can see the same backend which earlier on our laptop is now into the S3 just because we have defined the backend type as a S3. So this is the use of, and this is how you can use the S3 as a backend.